to episode 16 of the Story Song Podcast Show. The podcast which caresses the country, wallows through the western and relishes the rednecks. My name is James.
My name's Chris.
So if you may have guessed from my little clue in that title, we have got a country story song today.
Oh, nice change.
Yeah, change is as good as the rest, I guess. Any other pointless sayings? Sorry, I know I just said the pointless saying. Do you like country and
Yeah,
western?
who doesn't like country's good? Yeah, country's jolly.
There does seem to be
I like country.
strong themes that you, when making a country song.
I can't remember who, but at Glastonbury last year there was a country singer on, and she was brilliant. And it was in the daytime.
Was it Patsy Cline?
I don't think so.
Okay.
But I was just like, wow, let's stay here. But no one else was having any of it, so we got on the hoof and wandered off. But which was a shame because it was brilliant. So I enjoy country. I really like country music.
Yeah, I like country. Well, so there are certain factors that usually go into to make ingredients for a country song. Alcohol is usually one. Being very patriotic to your country, usually. Jeans is usually another one. And living a simple life. Saying that, none of those enter into my country song today. So there you go. Alright, so this one is called Watching You by Rodney Atkins. You heard of it?
No, but is it a bit stalkery?
You'd think so, but no. Let me tell you a little bit about it. It was released on September the 18th, 2006, 14 years ago. Its length is 3 minutes 55 seconds. It was written by Rodney Atkins, Steve Dean and Brian White.
And does he prefer to be called Rodney? He's not Rod, it's Rodney.
Well, I don't know him personally, but...
Well, that's the name that's been chosen.
Rodney. Yeah, because there's already a Rod Hull, isn't there?
Well, not anymore.
No, but he's still synonymous with the name Rod. And Stuart.
Jane and Freddie.
Did you know I knew Freddie from Rod, Jane and Freddie?
Did you?
I used to teach his son, yeah. So, Watching You is a song co-written and recorded by American country music artist Rodney Atkins. It was released in September 2006 as a second single from the album If You're Going Through Hell, which incidentally was a song I played for you earlier. It became a second #1 single on the Billboard US Hot Country Songs chart. Seems to me that the US have an awful lot of charts.
Any song that we found, it's like, it did quite well in the top 20 in the Hot Billboard charts.
And
or do they all just say that they have?
Yeah, and I can tell you this song was inspired by Atkins' son, Elijah. There's an awful lot more about it, but I think that'll do.
Yeah, I think we've... some of the bits you read twice as well.
Driving through town, just my boy and me, with a Happy Meal in his booster seat, knowing that he couldn't have the toy till his nuggets were gone. A green traffic light turned straight to red. I hit my brakes and mumbled under my breath. His fries went a-flying and his orange drink covered his lap. Well, in my 4-year-old said a 4-letter word. It started with S, and I was concerned. So I said, son, now where'd you learn to talk like that? He said, I've been watching you, Dad, ain't that cool? I'm your buckaroo, I wanna be like you and eat all my food and grow as tall as you are. We got cowboy boots and camo pants, yeah, we're just alike, hey, ain't we, Dad? I wanna do everything you do, so I've been watching you.
All right.
I don't think any country and western song I've ever heard before has discussed fast food restaurant.
this got me. The first time I heard it, I thought, "Oh my god, this is brilliant! It's wonderful." So obviously, this is an ode to his son, it's a lovely song.
That's a nice sentence. He wants to be like you and play. Do you remember Buckaroo? There's that thing where he used to hang things on.
Yes.
And at some point, it would kick and flip.
Yeah, it was like a poor man's operation, wasn't it?
Operation. That was the buzzer one.
Yeah, that was a good one.
Did that a red flashing nose in it?
Yeah, exactly. Buckaroo just.
And Mousetrap was the game no one ever finished. You just wanted to see.
Well, I did, but I used to play all my board games on my own because I didn't have anyone to play with, and so I always won. Well, one of me won.
Yeah.
Anyway, so let's go through the story. So he's driving through town with his little boy. He's got his McDonald's.
Probably driving erratically if he's managed to cover fries all over the place and cover his lap in orange.
Well, it wasn't his fault. The green traffic light turned straight to red, which actually in America that's how it works.
Okay, no amber.
No, they don't really use the amber, I think.
So that's why in films people was getting done for a red light.
Very possibly.
We should introduce that over there.
We
patent it.
I wonder if we could sell the amber light. Yeah. Make our money at the Right, so he hit the brakes and he mumbled something under his breath.
It probably began with an S.
Yeah. And this is my favourite line of the verse. Then my 4-year-old said a 4-letter word. It started with S, and I was concerned.
But then after that, he's like, oh, Daddy, I want to be like you. Blah, 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 blah.
So, yeah. So this is a point, yeah? He's been watching his dad. He's been picking up bad habits. Yeah. But it's still kind of sweet, you know? He wants to eat all his food.
He's his role model. He's looking up to him.
He still sees his father as his hero before he gets disappointed and crushed by the reality that he is infallible like everybody else.
Oh, dear.
Are
you okay? Yeah, I would never expect a country song. I mean, he's got the accent and everything, but I wouldn't expect a country song to be discussing, because I can't imagine they'd be all up for Mackie D's and all the rest of it. But that's me stereotyping.
Yeah, well, country songs usually about alcoholism or, you know.
Well, yeah, and working hard, working the ladder, whatever, but.
Yeah, I mean, this
but
is off
a bit
the
of
wall.
reality.
This was a massive hit as well, massive hit.
Yeah.
Shall we hear what happens next?
Let's.
We got back home and I went to the barn. I bowed my head and I prayed real hard. Said, Lord, please help me help my stupid self.
Help me help my stupid self. So he's got
Not stupid self, stupid self, which actually makes him sound more stupid in my opinion.
Then this side of bedtime later that night, turning on my son Scooby-Doo nightlight. He crawled out of bed and he got down on his knees. He closed his little eyes, folded his little hands, spoke to God like he was talking to a friend. And I said, son, now where'd you learn to pray like that?
So he went and prayed because he felt guilty for being a terrible father. And now the son's watched him.
Why? Because he said the S word.
Yeah, so what happened? So when they got back after the whole calamity with the McDonald's, which must have caused a lot of mess, he went straight. He went straight to the barn, which is obviously where he goes to pray.
The repentant barn.
And he prayed real hard. You know, all he really needs to do is pay a bit more attention when driving, I imagine. And then, so the son must have watched him do that.
Well, he did. He saw him in, apparently, sorry, not watching the video. But yeah, so the son's seen him do that and he's copied him.
Okay.
Yeah.
There we go. Pretty straightforward.
Yeah.
He said, I've been watching you, Dad, ain't that cool? I'm your buckaroo, I wanna be like you and eat all my food and grow as tall as you are. We like fixing things and holding Mama's hand. Yeah, we're just alike, hey, ain't we, Dad? I wanna do everything you do, so I've been watching you.
Well, that's sweet, isn't it?
But Yeah, but it's the same as what they were saying. The rest of it, he just wants to do everything he does.
Well, it's slightly different actually. I hate to be the
Hold his mum's hand.
pedantic, but yeah, fixing things and holding mum's hands. It's very sweet, really. If I was his son, I'd be quite proud of this when I was older.
Yeah. Yeah.
With tears in my eyes, I wrapped him in a hug. Said my little bear is growing up. And he said, but when I'm big, I'll still know what to do. 'Cause I've been watching you, Dad, ain't that cool? I'm your buckaroo, I wanna be like you and eat all my food and grow as tall as you are. By then I'll be strong as Superman, we'll be just alike, hey, won't we, Dad? When I can do everything you do, 'cause I've been watching you. Hey, yeah.
Now, if I was a cynical person, which I'm not, but if I was, I would be concerned that Mr. Rodney Atkins was training up his son to be the next Miley Cyrus. Publicity, playing a guitar.
Could be.
Yeah. Is it
Billy
just
Ray.
altruistic?
Achy breaky heart, didn't he?
He did. Do you know who Miley Cyrus's godmother is?
I've seen her live.
Well, that's not answering the question.
No.
You don't know. How do you know that you've seen her live then?
Never seen Miley Cyrus live.
Oh, have you seen Dolly Parton?
Live, no.
Okay, because she's a godmother.
Oh, is she?
So, what do you reckon?
It droned on a bit. I thought it was boring.
You were laughing your head off at the start.
Nah, was I?
Yes, you were.
Oh, because they got about Mackie D's. It's just like, what? No, I thought it was...
3 product placements there.
I thought it was a... it was just it's playing on heartstrings and
I thought
family.
it's quite a sweet song.
Yeah, I mean, it was lovely and all that. But yeah, it is. It's lovely. It's like a father and son. Unlike the...
Like the what?
Cat Stevens father and son song, which I was thinking of.
Cats in the Cradle and the Silver Spoon. Little Boy Blue and the Man on the Moon.
No.
No.
Cat Stevens. Use of Islam. You heard of him?
I know who Cat Stevens is.
The song he did.
How did that go?
Well, maybe we'll save that for another day.
Great.
But no, I didn't really...
So you trailed off?
Yeah, it wasn't... Yeah, not for me. Not a fan.
Dear. Oh dear. Okay, well I suppose we better score it. I can see it. Gets a 6 from me and an 8 from you.
It's a 4.
Oh, I thought... Sorry, I thought it was an 8.
Sorry.
So what's that, 12?
10. 6 plus 4.
12.
50%. 10 out. Yeah.
Okay, well, it wasn't really as much of a story song as I remembered, really.
Yeah. Good night.
Driving through town, just my boy and me, with a Happy Meal in his booster seat, knowing that he couldn't have the toy till his nuggets were gone. A green traffic light turned straight to red. I hit my brakes and mumbled under my breath. His fries went a-flying and his orange drink covered his lap. Well, in my 4-year-old said a 4-letter word. It started with S, and I was concerned. So I said, son, now where'd you learn to talk like that? He said, I've been watching you, Dad, ain't that cool? I'm your buckaroo, I wanna be like you and eat all my food and grow as tall as you are. camo pants. Yeah, we're just alike. Hey, ain't we, Dad? I wanna do everything you do. So I've been watching you. Got back home and I went to the barn. I bowed my head and I prayed real hard. Said, Lord, please help me help my stupid self. Then this right at bedtime later that night, turning on my son Scooby-Doo night light. He crawled out of bed and he got down on his knees. He closed his little eyes, folded his little hands, spoke to God like he was talking to a friend. And I said, son, now where'd you learn to pray like that? He said, I've been watching you, Dad, ain't that cool? I'm your buckaroo, I wanna be like you and eat all my food and grow as tall as you are. We like fixing things and holding Mama's hand. Yeah, we're just alike. Hey, ain't we, Dad? I wanna do everything you do. So I've been watching you. With tears in my eyes, I wrapped him in a hug. Said, my little bear is growing up. And he said, but when I'm big, I'll still know what to do. 'Cause I've been watching you, Dad, ain't that cool? I'm your buckaroo, I wanna be like you and eat all my food and grow as tall as you are. By then I'll be strong as Superman. We'll be just alike, hey, won't we, Dad? When I can do everything you do. 'Cause I've been watching you.